today and early flight, but it's such an honor to be in Malaysia. It's my first time in your beautiful country, and of course in Kuala Lumpur. So thank you so much for having me, MUCA. It's such an honor to have this partnership with Miss Universe, and of course, 1 week from now we will be crowning a new Miss Universe. Well, it's hard to tell, I just got here. But I can say that I really relate to everyone here. Everybody's so friendly, and that's definitely something I always see back home. I might be biased, but yes, I just thank you for welcoming me with open arms.
Ooh, wonderful. Would you like to have a seat? I'd like to also invite Leigh to join us, the brand director of MUCA. Alright, so now we're at a very interesting part of today's session, the Q&A session. I'm sure we have lots of questions. You guys will get a chance in just a little bit, but first I've got lots of questions to ask. So firstly, Demi, thank you so much for being in Malaysia.
So that definitely was such a big honor, but I think being Miss Universe is such a big responsibility, more than it is an honor, because you are crowned to be a role model. You're there to be an inspiration and hopefully a motivation to many young women that look up to you and that have dreams. And I hope that my year was an inspiration to every young girl and every young boy that's ever had a dream, whether it was to be Miss Universe or Mr. Universe, or whether it was to become a doctor or a pilot or whatever it is.
When I was 7 years old, and I remember watching the pageant and just being so inspired as a little girl. And I think I didn't always know that I wanted to wear the crown and the sash and have the title, but I always knew that I wanted to be a Miss South Africa and a Miss Universe type of woman. So I guess yes.
And looking back on the past 11 months or so, what lessons have you learned? What have been some of the most memorable, beautiful sort of occasions and memories that you're going to take with you through the rest of your life?
Well, I think a very big lesson I learned was I have been so fortunate to start my own campaign. I started that back in South Africa in 2017, and winning the Miss Universe title gave me a global platform and a much louder voice that I used, and I chose to empower women with skills and knowledge on how to prevent violence-related situations. I was personally affected by violence, and that's why it's something that I'm so passionate about. And having been able to travel around the world and go to different countries, I think a big lesson that I learned is no matter where we are in the world, women have the same needs and the same wants, and that is to feel loved, to feel protected, to feel cared for, and to feel empowered.
Very well said, and it is a much needed, it's a very important cause, and we need as much help and support as we can get all over the world.
I agree.
Thank you so much. And it's Instagram, everyone's loving and pampering themselves with the products. That must be really exciting to see.
Yeah, I mean the products itself, I mean, it really speaks.
Great gifts as well. Demi, you were saying earlier you've traveled to like 12, 13 countries. You must have a hectic schedule, perhaps not always getting enough sleep and things like that. Maybe could you share with us how you've kind of like overcome that in the past 12 months? Any beauty tips or things that you did that sort of helped you get through the days?
I think it was definitely a very big adaptation, because it's not something that I got eased into. It was literally overnight, moved to New York, started traveling. So I've had to learn along the way, and that was part of the process and part of what made this year so special. But just being healthy, I've always tried keeping an active and healthy lifestyle to feed my body the nutrition that it needs, to invest in good quality products like MUCA, you know, to keep my skin hydrated and moisturized, especially on those long flights. And to just, you know, drink a lot of water. That's just, it's so cliche, but it's so true. So yes, invest in good products, sleep as much as you can, and choose wisely the product that you use.
And now you're moving on to a new phase of life, right? In just a few days, you're going to be crowning Miss Universe 2018, and tell us a bit more about how you feel about this, and also what are your plans for 2019?
It's definitely a very bittersweet situation that I'm in right now, because On the one hand, it's sad to say goodbye to a year that I'll never have over again, and to say goodbye to all the experiences that I made. But then again, I have all those memories and all those experiences that I get to learn from and use going forward. And I'm very excited about the past going forward. I'll be very honest, I'm not 100% sure what that holds. But that's part of the journey, and figuring that out, I think a good 2-week vacation is
You deserve a nice big holiday.
Thank you.
Right, so will you have any chance when you're here? I know you're not here very long, just in for the day or so. Any plans to see anything Malaysian culturally?
Well, I hope to have a true Malaysian dinner tonight that I'm very excited about.
You will.
And I'm hoping to do some sightseeing.
Wonderful. And Dutton Elaine, any final words from you?
No, I'd just like to say a very big thank you to Demi for taking time out. Literally, she got onto a super early morning 5 a.m. flight to get here, and looking like this, this is why she's Miss Universe.
Thank you, Glam Squad.
Really, we are very grateful to the Miss Universe organization and to you for doing this. You go back to Bangkok straight away, and then it's a week of craziness until you pass on the crown. But yeah, we're very happy to have you here. MUCA is launched today, so please do tell your friends about them. And for those of you who are coming to Bangkok, we'll see you there. Thank you, Demi.
Thank you. Terima kasih.
Sama-sama.
Your Malay is excellent.
I learned.
And just before we open the floor to questions, what advice would you give to aspiring young women who would like to join a pageant, Miss Universe, and they don't know how to go about it, or they feel that they're not good enough? What advice would you give to them?
Well, I can only speak from my own experience, and if there's something that I always tell young women is how this platform has changed my life forever. And Elaine, you can testify of that. You get given such a powerful platform and voice that you get to use in so many different ways, and one of them is to make a meaningful difference in not just your country, not just your city, but essentially your world. And that is truly so amazing and such a big honor. And I always say, if you're never gonna try, you're never gonna know. And if you do decide to enter, if you do decide to give Miss Universe in your country, your Miss Universe pageant a go, then go for it 100%. I always say, if you believe in something, believe in it all the way. So that would be my advice.
Wonderful.